Trent McDuffie. So Trent McDuffie is a cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs that's heading into his second year after having a rookie season where he missed plenty of games. And that was kind of rough because he was drafted with the 21st pick. So when you get a guy like that, you expected him to automatically come into the league and dominate. Now, his first game against the Cardinals, he got a pretty good game. But after that, he got hurt. I believe he came back week 9 against the Titans, where he did very good. He's a very good player, man. My comparison for Trent McDuffie, I think he's like a Jai Alexander because he's not that cornerback that's going to go out there and get a bunch of interceptions, that's going to be a ball hawk, but he's going to make sure the person he's guarding, he's going to make sure they get no separation, or even if they do get separation, it's going to be insanely hard to catch the ball. So he's like a shutdown corner. He's going to shut down his side of the field. And then when you got like other cornerbacks that's pretty good, you got Jalen Watson, you got Joshua Williams, and L'Jarius Sneed, and we also just drafted Nick Jones. So you got other cornerbacks that could play and complement McDuffie's game, but I do think in year 2 of Trent McDuffie's career, he's going to be the best cornerback on the Chiefs and maybe a top 10 cornerback in the league. Because, first of all, Trent McDuffie was battling an injury, right? He was still coming off an injury. Then he faced Ja'Marr Chase, who's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. When I watched that game, I remember seeing Ja'Marr Chase going through hell against Trent McDuffie. He held him to 7 yards on 1 reception. And that's major. When you're doing that to a wide receiver as good as Ja'Marr Chase, that's something very major. Now, the only thing is, Spags, he's not going to let our cornerbacks follow the wide receivers. Ja'Marr Chase didn't get shut down for the whole game, but I think if McDuffie was on him the whole game, he definitely would have got shut down. And another thing we got to look at, as soon as Trent McDuffie came back, our defense automatically got better. I know y'all wondering why. That's because, first of all, when you're taking one wide receiver out the whole game, like if you're locking him up, you're taking out a whole player out the game. So you're making an impact. You're making a strong impact. If you could literally erase a wide receiver from an offense, you're making an impact for the defense. It's just going to make it easier for the defense to make plays and not let up a lot of points. So that's why our points allowed went down as soon as he came back. And another thing about Trent McDuffie, he's a very physical player. He's not one of them cornerbacks that's scared to tackle. He would tackle. He would hit you. He would make sure you fumble. And I knew he was going to be good coming out the draft because he literally went to Washington. And we all know Washington is DBU, man. Like, Marcus Peters came out of there and a few more. So, but yeah, Marcus Peters, former Chief, by the way. But yeah, back to Trent McDuffie. And another thing I love about Trent McDuffie is that even though he's not a ball hawk, he still has insane ball skills. I get he's small, but he plays bigger than his size because he could literally jump with certain high point wide receivers, like them receivers that like to catch it at the high point. I think Trent McDuffie could jump with most of them, and his change of direction is crazy. He flips his hips very well. It's very hard to get separation on him, like you see right there. He flips his hips very well. So that's why I have high hopes for Trent, and I honestly hope everything works out. So yeah, McDuffie, he was just bringing elite production. A lot of people forgot about him because of that hamstring injury, like I said. But he did end up returning week 9, and his presence on the field was just elite. It was honestly elite. I mean, like I said, he didn't record an interception, which is okay, but he's literally gained the respect of opposing offenses by quarterbacks not throwing it his way. So yeah. But out of all the 86 cornerbacks who played at least 300 snaps during the regular season, McDuffie literally ranks near the top in several key metrics. He's 14th in coverage grade. He's 3rd in yards per coverage snap. He's 9th in yards per target. He's 10th in primary target percentage. And he's 2nd in 15-plus yard plays allowed, which means he doesn't allow 15-plus yard plays a lot. So that's honestly special, doing that in your rookie year when you're coming off an injury. So it really makes me excited for what he could do this year, fully healthy, after knowing the playbook and having a full, real offseason. I think this dude's about to be elite, bro. And a lot of people talking about Sauce Gardner, but I think this year is going to be Trent McDuffie's year. But like I said, his ability to just shut down these pass catchers, it's really special, man. And he competes with them. I don't know. But I think Steve Spagnuolo, he kind of did bring the best out of Trent McDuffie. I feel like this was the perfect spot for him, Kansas City. But yeah, and I do think Trent McDuffie could be the best defensive player on our team. I understand we have Chris Jones, who's obviously the best defensive player on our team right now. But McDuffie definitely has the second greatest impact behind Chris Jones, and I do think he's definitely gonna be the best defensive player in at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Oh yeah, let's just talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and how their defense literally changed as soon as Trent McDuffie came. So from weeks 2 to 8, they was 27th in coverage grade, which is horrible. 31st in passing rating, which is absolutely horrible. 11th in yards per reception, which is bad. Well, that's not that bad. They was 24th in yards per coverage snap, and they was 26th in EPA/play allowed. So when you look at when Trent McDuffie came back from, well, when he was playing weeks 1 to 9 to 18, they was first in coverage grade, 17th in passer rating, which is a huge upgrade. They was third in yards per reception, second in yards per coverage snap, and they was 12th in EPA/play allowed. So they really made a lot of improvement when Trent McDuffie's on the field, and actually he may actually have the greatest impact on the team's defense. Yeah, like they're just a completely different defense when his presence is in the mix, and that would be unfair. Like, just imagine a team with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, and you got Trent McDuffie and all these cornerbacks that could literally give us the best coverage unit in football, and now you got a crazy linebacker room. The Chiefs are about to honestly be unfair, man. Honestly. But he was a perfect fit. He was definitely a perfect fit because we're pretty good when it comes to press coverage. We're pretty good when it comes to press coverage. And McDuffie is a very good press corner. So that's why Spags really love him. And he could play man. And press coverage, that's honestly the hardest. That's like the hardest thing to do as a cornerback. Let's be real. It's really hard. You got to understand how hard it is to guard these dudes off the line, these fast wide receivers with these quick releases. It's not easy, bro. But he was third in best press coverage grades. So it's just a lot of like things McDuffie's doing. And I think that us having McDuffie could literally help us win another Super Bowl, and this will keep the dynasty going with all the other players that we have. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments about Trent McDuffie. Like I said, I just think he has the real potential to be one of the best cornerbacks in this league. Like, you just look at, like, what weaknesses does he have? He really has no weaknesses. Like, honestly, in my opinion, he has no weaknesses. And I don't think that teams should really, like, underestimate what he could do. And I guess Sauce Gardner's a very good player, but McDuffie's honestly the second best cornerback from that class. So just let me know what y'all think. And oh yeah, also let's talk about Jaylen Watson and Joshua Williams before I end the video. I think Jaylen Watson could be a solid cornerback 3. If you look at those interceptions, he came up big. He had like 2 back-to-back interceptions in the postseason, and he had like a pick 6 against the Chargers. So I think he could also be a good cornerback 3. And yeah, man, McDuffie. Even if we do let go of Snead, we could still like have a very good cornerback core. Because you got McDuffie still, like I said, Joshua Williams, Jaylen Watson, then this Nick Jones dude, then Jamari Connor. So we might not have to even keep Snead. But yeah, if you like this video, man, like, subscribe. I gotta get y'all a quick video. Chiefs Priority. I'm out, man. Peace.